Hi, welcome back. Okay, it's a beautiful day. It actually said it was going to rain all day today, so really a miracle now that we're in the 90s right now. It's just a beautiful sunny day. My favorite kind of weather here. So yes, hopefully you finished watching New Moon review there and you loved it. Watching Eclipse over again, let me know. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention the last time when I did the New Moon review, and I reviewed them all. I wasn't paying attention. Because it starts off, let's just get into it. Oh, how you doing? How are you? Okay? I know I say always get your water going, but today is a French vanilla coffee kind of day. Alright? I need that. I've been sleeping like pure shit. And I know staying hydrated will put me back on track, but a little caffeine ain't never hurt nobody. Now did it? No. So, get your drinks. Let's get ready. I'm gonna wait for you to do that. Yeah, done. Okay, bet. Let's start. Let's start off, okay? Here we are in the meadow, fully flourished, fully flowered all over again, right? And then here they go. Just about the wedding. So you're gonna let Alice walk. She's like, listen to me, buckaroo. I don't care about none of that shit. And you know that. I just want to be with you forever and ever and ever. And that's perfectly fine. My man, that's a lot of us. Raise your hand if that's never been you. That's what we thought. So, my man. And she's still hanging out with Jacob, who's now a wolf, full-fledged, doing all the things with the pack, you know what I'm saying? They're on Victoria's ass. But they can't quite catch her. Because the Cullens and the Quillis have a treaty that says, don't fucking come over here. You don't fucking come over here, we don't go fucking over there. And I guess we won't kill each other in the process. But if you cross the line, you know what I'm saying? All is fair. Okay? No problem up until now with that treaty. Please. We don't want no beef over here. We don't want no attention over here as the Cullens. We animals, like, it's really no tea, no shade. But now we got this Victoria situation where she's just like killing and trained like well, she was training this little army, but it's led by Riley, who she just kind of manipulates and says, hey, I love you so much, blah blah blah. If I was Riley, first of all, let's get into gaslighting 101. If I was Riley and I had my questions and you didn't answer them properly, do you think you could use me for a war? And you can't even answer my simple questions. Give me a picture of your friend. Describe your friend. It sounds like a man. Right. This is a fictitious movie. I know this is a fictitious movie. I totally get it. But when I was watching it again as a 30-year-old, I was just like, you don't kind of know when someone's lying to you or something? Or this is how much you want to feed into it. You're already a vampire, your life's already over. So you're just like, fuck it? Alright. And I guess that's true, because later on we're going to get into Jasper, but even he said, baby, I thought she was my world and end all be all. I listened to everything she said. It wasn't a thing or a person I wouldn't kill for her. Okay. I guess you wouldn't know. Who else would you ask? Other vampires? Where would you meet them at? Anyways, let's stick to the beginning. They're in the meadow, having the time talking about the wedding and the marriage. And I can't wait. Okay? She's hanging out with Jacob and the boys, and they teasing him. Oh, is she gonna call me back? Yeah, I hope she don't, but I want her to do it. Is she gonna come visit? But I hope she don't. The way they get on him, hilarious. And the way he just be silent, like, yeah, that is how I be thinking. As we share this one collective mind, you know what I mean? Little wolf pack, you know, little mind seance that we got going on, right? So Alice gets a vision, and she's just like, I don't know why, but there are new vampires being made every second of the day. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who is it about. Maybe it has something to do with Victoria. Maybe it's totally unrelated. They were clueless kind of about it. They didn't see too much about it. So, you know, Edward and them are kind of like, we're going to have to do something about it. But we can't take Bella, right? So he's like, oh my god, we gave her the drop it all kind of airplane ticket where she could go anytime. So I'll convince her to go see her mom. I'll go with her to make sure, nothing happens and nobody follows her there, but also to make sure she goes there and enjoys her time. And I'll just tell her, it's to see your mom for the last time. You better be a vampire. Don't you want to see her again before you can? Because afterwards, it's going to be tough. So, of course, Bella's like, all right, okay. It does seem like you have more to tell me, but I'm going to let it go for now. Baby, she learned from that time in the woods. Listen, don't even worry about it, sweetheart. I ain't going to have you leave me again because I want to know some shit. Listen, if it's not dire information, I guess I don't need to know. So boom, they go, and he goes, and here he is in the kitchen just, and she's just like, oh my god, Mom, I'm gonna go to the University of Alaska with Edward. And her mom's just sitting there like, what, for the Edward program? For the Edward program? Alaska? You don't even like cold. You was complaining the whole time about being cold in forts. You gonna go to Alaska? You know what I'm saying? Her mom wasn't an idiot, and neither is Charlie. So he's mad that she even went. He's just like, oh, I mean, thanks for the heads up. But yeah, obviously I can't say don't go see your mom, right? So she does that. And her mom brings out this beautiful little blanket with all the t-shirts they've collected over the years with all these memories. And Bella, it kind of hits her like, and this is what everyone wanted too. It hits her like, oh my god, I'm gonna miss this. Like, this is gonna be really hard later on when I'm cold as ice and my eyes are different. I might have to wear contact. It's a lot, right? But not enough to thwart her plans. She was like, I'm gonna miss you, Mom. But yeah, it is the Edward program. It's the Edward program. Get into it, okay? He ain't going nowhere, right? So they have that teary moment. It was really nice. And she was just like, damn, Mom, I'm gonna miss you. You know what I'm saying? A little hug. Okay, here go the mess, right? Because I enjoyed my little vacation and I didn't think about really much of the drama at all. Why am I going to school and Jacob's fine ass is just waiting there? Tight. Big mad. Hey, Jake. Before that, I was like, you think we could stay in the car and miss class? You want me to stay in class, like, in the car the whole time? So she gets out because Bella. And so she's like, yeah, what's going on? He's like, tell your man to stay the fuck off my property. You understand? She was like, I don't know what you're talking about. He was with me on this trip. 2 and 2 start clicking together for her ass. She said, carry this one. What are you not telling me? Jacob taking full. Let me just stop myself. There's gonna be a lot of stop and goes, right? The way these two men get petty in this movie, baby, send that type of energy my way. Not for a long time, but just for a summer or two. Cause Edward didn't tell you? His family and them are hunting down Victoria. She got a big old army. And they crossed our lines the other night chasing that bitch. So Emmett and a couple of the wolves almost got scrappy with it. Of course, Carlisle was there to defuse the situation and everybody went home in one piece. But yeah, he didn't might have been why he took you on a trip. She looking at this one. So we still with the lies, right? I didn't go all the way to Italy and risk my life for you to be lying to me. You said this truth for the rest of the time. That's what you said. Alright, but you know what, Jacob, don't get you no fucking ideas or anything like that, but I'm going to go with you so I can get the real tea unfiltered. Edward, before he can even talk, hush your lips. I'm going with him since you want to lie. So they get on the back of the bicycles, you know what I'm saying? He just reminded her that he's a warm-blooded male. I still fuck with you, I still love with you. I wouldn't lie to you. Baby, she pointing out some stories where it's just like, what about the time you turned to a wolf and left for weeks and didn't say anything about it? Bow. What about all these other secrets that you can't tell me about the wolves? Bow. Okay, so let's not go with who lies the most, because both of y'all be lying. For my sake, right? Okay. So she's hanging out with the wolves. The boys come out and, you know, Quill and Seth and them come out, and not Seth, Paul and them come out and tease them. So that actually is in this movie because he finally turns into a werewolf and he's like the youngest of the entire wolf tribe to turn because there's so much vampire activity going on out there. So they're doing that, right? Jacob, like, you know, is on the beach telling everybody's business. He's just like, the Leah thing, like, Sam was in love with Leah. They were together, engaged to be wed. And then Emily comes on down. I think she's a cousin or someone related to Leah and them. And once you saw her, boop, imprint, like, the next morning they were together. And everybody understood, but it's still like the rawest of emotions for Leah. Like, that was my man. I mean, he really did put a ring on it. And now, because of some wolf bullshit, he's with you. You know what? And she waiting because she hasn't imprinted on anybody, you know what I'm saying? And it's taking forever. Same with Jacob, like. And Leah even says that sometimes, like, yeah, but you didn't imprint on her. Like, what is this infatuation? Even if you did end up with her, if you imprint on somebody, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So we get into that, understanding Leah a little bit better. But Seth, her brother, way better of a person. Just like fun and positive and happy to be there kind of guy. Always making jokes. Very accepting of her and Bella and Jacob's relationship or non-relationship. He's just a very positive little pup. You know what I mean? The most oblivious award goes to Bella. Because as we were having this time and enjoying yourself, she said something and he was like, oh, I'm so happy that you're still you. And she gone on and said, well, not for long. Not until graduation. This motherfucker said, and here we go. Way to trigger me. Bitch, what are you talking about? He can't turn you. That is also one of the conditions of the goddamn treaty. She was just like, well, we're gonna be breaking that. I mean, she didn't say that, but Jacob, please get it through your mind. I'm over here with it. Didn't you have enough of this humble pie? Obviously not. You can't help who you love, you know what I'm saying? I'm being mean about it, but it's just like, I don't have it in me to be told no over and over so clearly as well. It's not like she's playing my games. No. I love you as a brother, damn near. You know what I mean? And he's just like, you could be more. You just wanting to say that you could want me. It's like, no, but I can't. I'm madly in love with Edward. That didn't take us long. We didn't have to do this childhood growing up. I didn't have to know him for long. I just fell in love and he fell in love with me, and I know, you know what I'm saying? We are like this. You and I, bros, okay? Bros. He gets mad, you know what I'm saying? She says some mean things. He goes on and apologizes. After looking at her expression, just kind of like, Jacob, please. So he apologizes and they get going. Meanwhile, Riley's ass is in her room at some point. That motherfucker's just touching everything, seeing what he could take that won't be noticeable. So he takes his shirt and a couple other things and goes on downstairs where Charlie's at. Hell no. First time watching it, I was like, please don't tell me you're gonna kill Charlie. Like, he was so close to his motherfucking face, and he's a new vampire. You know what I'm saying? He don't gotta be. He been drinking blood from the beginning. He could have easily, but I guess I would have thrown into the plans, because then you would have thrown everything off for sure. And you want to talk about some retaliation? Go ahead and hurt my girl by way of her papa. Yeah, your fucking heart will be ripped out through your asshole, young man. You don't know real pain until you fuck around and find out. But my Charlie's asleep, none the wiser, just breathing on him. So he goes with the stuff and leaves, you know what I mean? Not a problem, okay? Little cretin, okay? So Edwards is coming over at some point, and he's just like, oh hell no, somebody was in your room. And she's just like, what? With Charlie downstairs? Like, he knows where I live. So they're getting a bigger picture. Like, they're still not really understanding that this is Victoria's work. But they're kind of like, this is a little too targeted to not be her. So they have this little alliance, you know what I mean? Jacob's just like, listen, I'll watch her from the nighttime all the way to the day or whatever the fuck. And then Edward, you got her from this time to this time. And they just... this unspoken treaty thing, because Jacob's just like, I'm going to be here, you know what I'm saying, regardless of if what we got going on in this love triangle. I'm still going to be over here having to get her. Like, the wolves cannot have this bitch just coming over here, killing people, and making such a stink. Now it's on our damn national news channel. Got Charlie working triple overtime. And the wolves. But during that process, you know what I mean, the Cullens are not hunting regularly like they usually do. So they're getting bloodshot eyes, super black pupils, you know what I'm saying, instead of that gorgeous golden innocent eyes, they're getting that, like, and they're paler and they look a little sick, you know what I'm saying? Whoever did their makeup, okay, especially for the times. I was like, you can tell something's going on. They're not eating enough. They're going, taking turns with the wolves. It's an unlikely alliance. Not all of us agree with it, but not all the vampires agree with it either. You know what I'm saying? But for the sake of Bella and Edward and what they got going on, and the shared goal of stopping this little bitch from flitting around and doing what she wants, this is what we're doing it for right now. This is what we're doing. So then you got my two mans. Every time there's a drop off, here go Jacob, hugging extra long, looking at this motherfucker with the craziest side eye you ever seen. And then Edward's just like, I'm no better. Even if I'm 110 or 109 years old, I'm gonna play this petty game. This is my girl. Lips her down. Baby, the way my jealousy is set up, I couldn't be Jacob just watching that. Because I might have turned her around and just fake hump. That's just me. Not too much on me. I'm healed. I'm healed from these kind of petty things, okay? But I wouldn't stand there and watch. These two with the watching and Edward reading minds and being close enough to hear conversations, which really gets intense in a second. So let's get going to that. So he's doing that. They're doing this little fucking petty ass thing. Then she's with the Quillettes, and they have a campfire, and they're talking about the Quillette history all the way back from the very, very first pack, and how there was a vampire that came, turned them into wolves, you know what I mean? And they tried to hunt him down and all this kind of stuff. While doing that and ripping that guy to shreds, his mate comes and says, "Where's my man? Oh, y'all okay." And she goes, massacres most of the people in the goddamn town. His third wife, goes on down and stabs herself. Little seppuku action. Ugh. Blood everywhere. Obviously, it distracts the vampire, and she almost go over there and rip her apart, which gives the wolves enough time to go and end that issue. Okay, so now they've killed those two, but now it's really a war between the vampires and the wolves. Like, this is a never ending. You're gonna kill us, we're gonna kill you, right? So she's remembering that, right? The third wife made that sacrifice and it saved, right? I know a lot of us seen the movie, but just come on this trip with me, okay? So keep that in the back of your mind, right? You got Seth there making everything light and airy, just like, I'm happy to see you, girlfriend. There you go. Hey, it's so nice to see you outside of Jacob's thoughts. Okay, so they're doing that. Now we're back to, they're taking turns watching over her, right? Now, on the next outing, the very next outing with her and Jacob, he just tells her flat out, like, hold on, before that. Yeah, Jacob goes, and he's just like, I can't do this. Like, I'm in love with you. He says the words, like, I am madly in love with you. It's always been you. It will always be you in the future. Like, I just can't do this. I need you to know that I'm not going to fight fair. I'm not going to be worried about Edward's feelings. Like, there's so much I could do for you that he cannot. I could just be, you don't have to change yourself for me. You don't have to become a lifeless, stinky vampire when you could just be a warm-blooded human being with me and have children and get married and all this stuff, right? Because he don't know that Edward done already proposed because she's not wearing the ring, which gets Edward a little bit of insecurity, like, so you do love him in that way? Because if not, I understand maybe you want to tell him first, but wear the ring that I saved for these 100 years. Wear that ring though. Like, you wear it on a different finger and say whatever you want. You know what I mean? I would be mad too, and I would be very petty after that. And so we get into that. Okay. So Jacob was telling her all this. Hey, I'm madly in love with you, and he's just one of them ones to just come up quick to your face. All right, I'm over here respecting your boundaries, and now I'm over here, face to face, telling you what it is. And I tried to get a kiss. You know what? When I was first watching it, I was just like, when are you gonna get it? What does she have to do? Hit you? Wouldn't you know? All these fingers broken. Did you forget he's a wolf? I mean, he ain't the only one. Edward's not the only one that's fucking impenetrable and super strong. I see that you keep forgetting. Fingers broken, no problem. Okay, now I pulled you up to your house because obviously Carlisle's the only one that could fix this. I pull you back up to your house. Here's someone who hasn't eaten in weeks. If you fucking touch her one more time without her fucking permission, they will have to count the dog hairs and put your ass back together. That's what's gonna happen. Don't. And Jacob's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I'll do it again. And I would do it again. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is all. Listen, we're in a different time and era now, but this is with a couple of kisses. These two acting the fuck up. So just imagine when. Let's focus on one thing at a time. And by let's, I mean let me focus. You know what I mean? So anyways, she goes over there. He threatens her. Don't touch my girl no fucking more. Especially without her permission. Like, what is this? What is this? Take a hint. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Now she broke her hand on your hard ass skin. God damn it. So here go Charlie. Gotta break it up. Alright, fellas. Alright. He don't know what's going on. What happened? Jacob tried to kiss me, so I punched him. He was like, well, nice. Damn, Jacob. I don't know you got it in you. I mean, and Edward just right here, just like can't catch up break. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't like me for all the things and the unexplainable stuff and the injuries and all the times we, had her with us and she came back harmed. But you can't be thinking and saying, oh my god, Jacob, like, please get with it. Please get with it. Okay, and then here go. Okay, so they're now with Carlisle. He's patching her up, and everybody's in there. Even Rosalie pretending to read the newspaper on the fucking thing. Because Emmett and Bella kind of had this relationship, which pisses her off even more. Like, you know, I do not like this girl, and you know why. He don't give a fuck about that. He's his own person. What happened, Bella? You were walking and chewing gum at the same time? Since she's notorious for being clumsy, even without the vampires harming her and all the kind of shit with James and all that kind of shit, literally she's also just very clumsy. She'll bump into shit, wake up with bruises. She's that type of girl. Same. I'm 5'8", and if I don't pay attention, I'll tumble over my own feet. my slippers that I always wear, my little Uggs, will trip me down the steps if I don't pay attention. I'm not someone that can walk down the steps without looking down. That's asking for a hip replacement at 30. Okay, I'm already old. Please, okay, not too much on me. So she gets mad, okay, and she storms off onto the balcony, dramatic as always. And finally, we get Rosalie's story, right? She's like, listen, it's not really that I don't like you per se, it's just that you are a human being with a choice to remain a human being and just be with Edward like that, but you constantly want to be changed, and I'm just not getting it. And then we get into her story as to why she's engaged. This is back a day. Your parents set you up, and it was for the wealth, it was for, the namesake to be passed on, it was for the caste system of it all, right? So she marries this guy she barely knows, good looking, she's happy, they're planning for the wedding. One night she's out with the girls, she's going home looking beautiful as always, and she sees hubby and her friends. She sees hubby and her friends out, in the little corner or whatever. And the hubby grabs her up he's drunk, so he's just like, yeah, this is my prize, this is my wife. It almost, you know, here she is. Then I tell you, she's very beautiful, very lovely, very, very, all this. So he's trying to show her off. She's like, no. You're drunk. Like, can you stop? Like, and I won't get into the details, right? But there was, what, 5 of them plus the husband, and they, you know, did her very, very dirty. So much so that she was out there bleeding out. And that's what Carlisle found her, because the smell of blood was so overwhelming. Baby, when I was a kid, I was like, no, tears. Even rewatching it again, I was like, fuck, like, ugh, what a horrible, horrible way to, like, and then to still would rather, like, be a human being and die that way. The way that she was saved, she's just like, and even then, like, honestly, I could have died, like, because to be alive like this, all cold and all, just remembering everything and all that kind of shit is brutal. And I would have rather have been a human being, had my family and my kids. She very much wants to be a mom. Remember that, okay? So they have that little heartfelt moment, and she's just like, Rosalie, I totally understand, but for me, this is not a choice at all. I'm going to be a vampire with Edward, and we'll be together forever and ever and ever. But I appreciate that you told me this story, and now we're a little bit closer. You know what I'm saying? Now you don't have to go around hating me so bad. You could just, you know what I'm saying? You could be my big sis. You know? Because Alice already loves me, and she gives little sis energy. I need a big sis in this motherfucker. And you have Emmett, and he loves you down. He's gonna let nothing happen to you. Not that motherfucking tank. Okay? So anyway, the new vampire army is starting to catch on and catching the news. They're becoming a real issue. And Riley is just telling them, hey, do this or you will die. Like, those are your 2 options. We are going to go kill them. You know, they built up this whole thing for the Cullens. Like, they're awful. They're the ones that's making us have to hide. And they're the ones who get us in trouble and all this kind of stuff. So those vampires are getting, you know, a little testy, a little aggravated, but they're still hungry. You're not feeding them enough. You're not letting them, you know, be free. You're kind of keeping them there. And there's the one vampire who I totally forgot her name, and she don't want no parts. Like, she did not want to be turned. She did not want to really eat, like, or feed on human beings. Like, she's just like, please make this nightmare stop. Like, this is a real nightmare. Like, some bullshit. So now we're going back to a little bit of lightness, right? A little bit of lightness. They got the graduation finally, and we got our girl Jessica, or whatever her name is, up there talking about some, you know, we all made it, and hopefully we're all going to be super successful in the future, and the time is nigh, and it's us who are the pillars in the next years of the future. You know what I mean? We're up next to bat. It's on our shoulders, and it's our responsibility to see that we get to the change that we all want to see in the world, right? Beautiful speech, honestly. And the after party at the Cullen's house. A lot of them have never even been over there, if not all of them have never been over there. Carlos, and it was just to, you know, give Bella also like a last human being party. You know what I mean? So here's your friends and people you graduated with. Invite everybody, you know? So it's good. Bella's looking around like, to be a human in this predicament that I'm in, awesome. Here go daddy number 2, always playing the fiddle. Here go Jacob with this beautiful handmade little metal fox little bracelet. Puts it on our girl. She loves it. Same as me, bitch. I love a good homemade gift. Love that, right? So he goes and he's just kind of like, you know, I'm always here. I just want to let you know that I am always gonna be here, okay? Of course we can't have no fucking peace. So here go Alice having a vision. And now she can see Riley's face. And so in turn, Edward can see, you know, He reads minds. He sees the face. Oh my god, it's that missing kid, Riley Beers, right? Missing, and now we get it. He's the vampire, and now it is a connection with Victoria. It's not a he's just doing this on his own. This is a calculated attack. And what's taking the Volturi so long is because they want to see the Cullens killed off. So their timing is real purposeful. By the time they get to everything's done. The war's over. You know, I'm skipping ahead, but by the time they come to help, yeah, not much to do, right? Alright, Lynn, pulling me down. I like that. I like that, right? So everyone sees that, and now here comes a real daddy that none of us kind of thought about. Jasper Hale, first or second major in the Texas Army or whatever the fuck, right? It's his time. He's like, listen, I know all about new vampires. I've had to change vampires, all this kind of stuff. So they're training, and Bella's like, God damn, you know a lot about this. Care to share? He's like, fuck it. way back in the day, I was with somebody named Maria, who was fine shits, and her two sisters. Maria wanted all the land, all the power. This bitch was crazy. But she loved me down and made out, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was us forever. I had no idea, because she changed him into a vampire and put him in charge of this little operation, right? So he's changing vampires, killing vampires, changing them, killing them, changing them. And she don't want no fucking paper trail. The ones that, once we finish our little war and we win, kill all of them, because we could just keep making them. Kill them all. I don't want no beef. I don't want nobody to think that they can take over what I got going on. So he does it. Even the young bucks. He just like, sorry. I have to do it for the love of my life. And then you know, he's reminiscing about those times, how it was very god awful. He didn't want to do it, but he was so in love. And then here go Alice, you know what I'm saying? Perfect timing. What took you so long? It took you long enough to find me. She knew all along he was going to be her man. But he just had to be ready for it first, you know what I'm saying? And she introduced him to kindness and loving oneself and animal diet and the Cullens, right? So they do that. And that's Aish to do. It's so sweet, right? So they do that, right? Now, back to some regular life, right? The Cullens come out with a plan, right? And they're just like, listen, you guys should go to a top, very, very top of the mountain. Not only will the cold and the wind and everything throw her scent off, but if we could get the wolves, aka if we could get Jacob to just carry her around for most of that time, and then spread her blood like lower, toward the lower base in these random spots, we should be able to trick them, right? I'm like, this is real reminiscent of Twilight, when you guys were rubbing clothes and blood and everything on the. And did you see how all they needed was a navigator to find you? I was just like, I don't know if that's gonna work. Did it work? No, it did not. For the most part, I mean, it worked so that the army wasn't fully on their ass, but let's get to that, okay? So they're doing all of that. Go to the mountain, and here goes Edward and Jacob back to the petty games, okay? Oh, also while they're doing that, they get Charlie a free fishing trip, and of course Harry's in on it. So they all go fishing and stuff like that to get him out of the house, because Riley was already there, and he let you live that first time, but he certainly is not going to let you live closer to the time that they plan on attacking. So you need to be up out of here, and Bella needs to be up out of here. Y'all can't go together. She is coming with us, and I just need a good enough reason. This is a hotel resort. They gotta use this gift up before it expires. Charlie's just like, I don't know if I believe that, but free fishing trip, fuck it. Fuck it, okay? So he goes, you know what I'm saying? He goes and he's excited about the trip or whatever. And then at some point, she's just down there in the kitchen like, Dad, how come you never got remarried? Like, you're not thinking about it? Because he's like, sometimes in the book he was talking to Sue, right? Who's on the Wolf Quillette side of things. And he's kind of seeing her while this is happening and kind of, you know, minding his own business. And he's just like, no, I'm just too old. Your mom, she found somebody. I mean, later in life, but she found somebody. Me, you know what I'm saying? I think I already tried that. She's just like, okay. But he was just like, now that we're talking about it, you know, the birds and the bees conversation. She's just like, hold on, big fella. Edward is old fashioned. You don't even gotta worry about it. He's like, yeah, but if you do know that if you could use protection. She's like, listen to me. We are not having this conversation. Mom already beat you to the punch. He's like, some things have changed. She's like, no, they're the same. And I agree. Having that type of conversation with your dad never could happen. I mean, if your dad's the only person you have, then obviously I'm not talking about y'all. But I'm talking about, like, if you have sisters and, like, anybody, co-workers at work, I'd rather it be with them. Just me personally. I couldn't. So they get to this beautiful little hotel thing that he gets before they go up to the mountain and have to live at the very top of the tent. He gets this beautiful little place, puts a bed in there. Obviously, they sit down to chit chat, and here go Bella, thinking for all of us. You know how I compromised and waited, and I'm going to wait until graduation and wait until you marry me? I think you could learn a little compromise. And he's just like, I mean, okay, like, what do you want? And she couldn't bring herself to say it, as anyone who's a virgin couldn't. Like, what's she supposed to say? Give me some D right now? Give it up? No. So she plays coy, and then she makes out. While she doing that, pro move, pop a button. He's like, hold on. We can't do this. She's like, no. Compromise is, I do something, and now you gonna have to give me a little sugar. You gonna have to give me a little sugar. He's just like, I can give you a little sugar, but what I'm not gonna give you is the whole tiramisu. So go on. He has to stop. So they, wow. They started laying down. I was like, first time watching, I was just like, keep going, big money. Go for the whole base. Like, just give us a sneak peek, a little something. So they're doing that and having a good old time at it. Oh, here goes responsible Ed, of course. Alright, listen to me. Stop trying to take your clothes off, okay? Because I'm trying my best. And yes, we have been eating regularly again, and everything's kind of cooled off while we prepare. Because in Alice's vision, they gave them 4 or 5 days. So they knew they had to train, hunt, repeat, do the thing with the wolves, train, hunt, repeat, okay? Everybody understands their positions. So he's just like, girl, you have no idea. Of course I want to do these things. But if I met you on a regular basis, and it was back in the day, you would see, like, I would be courting the shit out of you. Like, this would be a marriage thing. Like, we are not married right now. I put the ring, you know what I'm saying? I got the ring, which we about to see in a second. I got this ring for you here. Maybe to help distract her and, like, cool her loins a little bit. We can't do that. But what we can do is, I got this ring from my mama from hundreds of years ago, and now I am officially proposing to you. Of course she says, fuck yeah. So he puts it on, beautiful oval ring. Not for me, not my type of ring, but very beautiful nonetheless. And she wears it, right? So they're done with their little super freak off that didn't really end up in a freak off. Hold on. Oh yeah, and then they do slow dance in the room, and it's all romantic and age appropriate. It's all romantic and everything like that. And we're back. Sorry about that. Fighting for my life right now. All right, just a quick little break. Now where we left off was, we're in Bella. We're in this beautiful mountaintop hotel, slow dancing after he put the ring from his mother on her fingers. Okay. Now it's the day of the fight. Our little 4 day, 5 days excursion of training and everything like that is Now is the serious time. Like, this is it. This is not a drill. Okay, so on the last night before the official fight, right, Edward is just watching my girls, you know, throughout the day, and that's not a big deal because she can just bundle up. It is cold as fuck as it's the top of the mountain, right? But at night it's excruciating to watch her suffer because she's just in there freezing her tits off, and you know, she's under the sleeping blanket, but it's not doing much. She got all the clothes on that she packed. It's still not enough. So after a while, here go Jacob. Fuck it. Listen, I can hear her teeth chattering from way over there, okay? Let me just... Edward's like, listen to me. I'll kill you right here and now in front of her. Like, please. She's just like, Edward, come on now. And so he's just like, whatever, go. But let me tell you something. Keep your hands where I can see them. I mean, Jacob's just like, boy, please. In fact, look at her. Look. She holding on to me for dear life. Okay, so they're fucking harassing each other and stuff like this, right? And I'm saying, in the beginning when I first watched it, I thought it was gonna be like that the whole time, just this little. It never occurred to me growth and maturity could also enter the chat, right? So he's just like, you know, it would be better if, scientifically speaking, if we strip down. He looked at him like a piece of fucking dog shit that he was. He was like, listen to me, you're underestimating the patience I have, and like won't he do, like, cause your dead body could also keep her warm. I just want to let you know that, okay, wolf boy. Anyways, so he goes, and now she's like asleep, right? And not too much on Bella because I also am a fake sleeper. I love to just, if I want to do something, the way my eyelids will stay still and not betray me, I'm gonna take a breath every 10 seconds. Yeah. Anyway, it's a nice skill. You never know where you might need that. Okay? But in this situation, oh, she played it to a T. Because in the book, she was like, this was either in my dreams or did I hear them getting along? Because Jacob's just like, listen, like, I know you hate me and all this, but like, how can you not stop her from becoming a vampire or wanting to become a vampire? He's like, listen to me, I tried. Remember I left and you had her, and then she came all the way to Italy to come and get me? Yeah, so I did try. Let's put that out there. I also do not want her to just give up her humanity like this. I just don't want it for her. But I'm also not about to, the way I thought she was dead, I'm also not about to feel that ever again. Because I wouldn't wish that even on you or my other worst enemies. Yeah, that was brutal. I was like, damn, daddy. Oh, wow. This is too mature. I was in my seat just, what a man. Yeah, big fan of that. Big fan of that. So, you know, Edward breaks it down too. He's just like, you know, some things, Jacob, I think I would have liked you if we weren't love rivals in this mix and we, you know, met on different terms. We might have even got along. I said, oh shit. Y'all might have got along. What is a poly myth relationship could have been? Like, not too much on Stephanie, not too much. Okay? She did the damn thing when she did it. It was perfect how she did it, okay? Me, little perv, okay? Little perv queen. Don't worry about it. But yeah, they had that heart to heart and stuff like that. But Jacob was like, so Edward said that, like, hey, I think we could have probably got along. And Jacob's like, yeah. Psych. Psych, boy. Fuck you for life. To the day I can't no more, I'm gonna try to steal your girl. So I was like, go on, Jacob. You know what? Go on. That is really unrequited love right there. This motherfucker don't give a fuck. At this point, I love you so much. It's to my to my detriment, right? Okay, so here we go. And she just hearing all that was like, I would have been like, am I dreaming? These two motherfuckers, these two who just threatened to rip each other apart, getting along? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Okay. So, but petty is petty, because even though they had that heart to heart, Edward was still feeling insecure. And here she go, you know, they're going to have to start really being serious about the army that's coming here. And it could be hours from now, right? He thought this would be a perfect time to provoke Jacob. He was just like, I'm talking to you. Oh, you know what, babe? I was thinking last night, I can't wait to marry you. Jacob could be near. Like, I told you I want to tell him, but me too. I do got your mama's ring and everything, you know what I'm saying? The wedding's gonna be great. Here go, Jacob. Marriage? Sweet marriage. What in The Princess Bride? What did you say? What did you say? Did you guys? Oh, hell no. So he storms the fuck up. Here's the thing with Jacob. That temper, that's something that I don't know if I can hang with. Can't have both of us being pissed off like that. Quick to being pissed off, at least. Can't have that. Two fireheads walking around, yeah. Doesn't usually end up well, you know what I mean? It's not very mature. Demure. At all. So he's hearing that. He's about to crash the fuck out. You know, I'm about to go down there and start this shit my motherfucking self. Whoever I run into, I'm gonna rip them to shreds. She's just like, Jacob, don't. Right? Focus on me. Focus on you. Little miss, when were you gonna tell me that you were about to get married? Like, what are you talking about? You just graduated. We are just teens still. Our age ends in teen. Okay? What are you talking about? And you didn't tell me he knew I was coming up here. Because she was tight. She's like, Edward, like, you're 100-something. Grow up, would you? So she goes chasing after him. They're having this talk. He's just like, no. And you know how I feel. So he walks off again. She's like, you know what? Come kiss me. Kiss me, and you know what I mean? You'll know. Like, I do have feelings for you, even if they're not as strong as what me and Edward have. But you can definitely come and get these lips. Our boy said, glad you said that. A kiss, baby. So that, you know, he's just like, that's fine. I'm warm-blooded male. I'm gonna take a walk. I've got to go handle something. I'm not gonna do anything stupid. Just, I really would like some time to myself. Thank you so much. So here she go, post-kiss clarity hitting her. Oh my god. Not only can he read minds, he done seen it from Jacob's point of view. You told him to come and kiss you to stop this. I know we need him in this fight, and he's been doing everything and sacrificing yet again by leaving the Sam thing. Even though Sam came to help during the war. But yeah, after this, I'm leaving. It's my own shit. Like, I'm very tired of you telling me what to do and not to hang out with her and what to do about the colors. I'm gonna do that, and I appreciate you also helping us in the work. But yeah, I'm gonna need to take a break for a second, just for a quick second, because yeah, here goes the real scenes get going, right? So she comes back to Edward. I don't know what that was about. He's just like, no, I do. You love him. You love him, like love him. And Jacob said that too. Eons before this, he was just like, you could love two people at once. I agree with him. I agree. And if we're not talking about me, we don't have enough time, right? Moving right along. I was about to go into a tangent. Y'all about to see, I want to get better about these tangents, okay? But baby, can't you? Okay. Hold on. So he tagged guys in that. Damn. Oh yeah, so she, yep. She's talking about, so I don't know what happened. He's like, girl, yes you do. So anyway, they don't have time for this kind of conversation. The army is actually catching up, and the Cullens are at the base of the mountain, and the army comes, and they collide. Then the wolves come from behind. Surprise attack. Do you see Riley and do you see Victoria? No, you do not. Why? These hoes, she ain't dumb. She's seen this trick before. She said that if they're not here down here, they're somewhere hiding. So she finds them. while that little war is going on downstairs, right? And at some point, Edward is trying to convince Riley, like, listen, aren't you a local from Forks? Like, you know the area. She's not, all these things she's promising you are not happening. Like, and you know that, because you're a local there. You know all the areas, you've heard all the news. It's a small town, everyone knows everyone. Everyone's in each other's business. She was like, Ed, did she tell you that friend was actually her lover? Oh. Did she tell you that? Oh, he looking at her, she's like, no, babe, just me and you. Just me. And of course, he's like, all right, you don't gotta believe me, but she will leave you here to die. Oh. So he's like, and if you're coming for her, oh yeah, you will die. So that happens. She starts to run away. Riley gets caught up with the wolves. He's like, Gozai. She's looking at him like dog shit on her shoe. Please. Well, he was right. How dumb could you be? She starts to run away. Everyone's like, this might be your only chance, baby girl. There's not going to be another chance. We're changing her soon. There will never be a chance for you to get revenge for James again. And he bringing up all the tea. You want to know how he screamed, how he was ripped apart? Oh, she lost her motherfucking mind. She went right for the bait. He goes, they're getting in the fight. Now, what Ever don't know is that when you piss a woman off and you kill her man, oh, there's nothing much to live for. And so she going all out. If she been eating a healthy diet of human beings, you and these rabbits have nothing on my fucking hatred and revenge seeking capabilities. So he's getting actually yoked the fuck up. Like for a second he was winning, but then he gets yoked up. And Bella's like, my time to shine. I remember from the wolf campfire that third wife made that sacrifice. I'm not gonna stab myself in the stomach, but I certainly will cut this arm. Perfect amount of time to distract, because then Victoria's like, I'm about to. Oh, Riley's also looking like, I'm about to eat that ass up. They both go, and Wolf gets Riley. Edward seizes the opportunity and gets her down, takes her little neck, rips it off, head goes flying. She's there lying on the ground. He's looking at Bella, making sure she's good. But I know you never see me in like daddy monster mode like this, but it has to be done. And also, it's my lighter. Yeah, I'm gonna have to finish that job because that bitch is crazy. She might, who knows what she might have. Definitely set her ass on fire. So that's done. Down at the bottom, the wolves are cleaning out, and the wolves from Cullen are cleaning out the rest of the army. The innocent girl, I'll input it though. She stays the fuck out of the way. She doesn't want no beef. Carlisle sees this and is like, listen, when the Volturi come, because they are, we'll speak on your behalf, you know what I mean? We can't guarantee anything, but we can speak on your behalf and you can come live with us, you know what I'm saying, if they let you live. So she's chilling. Riley's ate the fuck up, devastated that he was betrayed by his love. No surprise to the rest of us. And then there's one last vampire that was hiding behind a little boulder or whatever, and Leah tries to take them. And the number one rule Jasper told him is don't try to take them by yourself, because once they get you wrapped up like this, they'll crush you, everything. So she gets caught up, headlock. Here goes Jacob. Gotta go save, because she's part of my crew now, her and her brother. So saves him, but the vampire catches him, crack, breaks all his ribs. He's taken down by the other wolves, but not before doing heavy damage to Jacob. They are within 30 minutes away from the Volturi coming. So Alice and Carlisle like, listen, you guys have to get the fuck out of here, because the treaty is only with us two. They do not fuck with that. They will kill all of you, so get on out of here. You know what I'm saying? Even though the information gets back anyway, but here we go. So that happens. They take Jacob. He goes to Carlisle. Carlisle goes, well, he has to stay, but they take him somewhere out of the picture. They managed to get all the wolves out in time, right? Oh yeah. Okay, so now Jane comes. She's just the Cullens, and they see that they had that girl who didn't do anything and didn't want to be a part of anything. She was like, Carlisle was like, listen, she didn't do anything. We're willing to vouch for her. So please don't, Jane's like, that's not up to you. She sends somebody over there to horrifically kill her. At first she uses her power to put her down to her knees, and then she sends old big boy Felix over there to, you know, finish the deal, crack her head open. And they're all disgusted with that, as was I. I was like, bitch, you're crazy. You'll never be as good as the Cullens. You're a fucking psycho. But they go with that, and Carlisle being smart, like, yeah, very convenient that you just now came in time, but I guess thanks for your help. And she's just like, well, that's funny that you're saying anything to me when Bella over there is still human. So I'm glad Arrow will have something to hear about when I get back. Right, so worry about yourself. Worry about that. Thank you. So they leave. Everything is done now. Victoria's dead, Riley's dead, the army's taken care of. Even the girl had to go, sadly. So they're going back to Harry's house, where Carlisle has Jacob on a bunch of morphine because he can burn that out of his system, being a wolf, and he can also regenerate. All of them can regenerate, but this was like a lot of damage, so it's going to be a while, but he will be fine. So Bella goes in there, and this time she didn't want to play the shoots and ladder game with fucking Harry, so she just was like, can I go in, with her eyes, and he was just like, yeah, go on in. So she goes in, says what she had to say. Hey, listen, I think you're right. I actually did, like, just the thought of me losing you reminded me that I do love you. It's like there is something to that, you know what I mean? And it's just unfortunate that, you know, things are going out this way, and you've always sacrificed for me, and that you've always been there for me, and all this kind of stuff. And he was just like, Bella, you know, after this I'm gonna take a real break, and I just want to get better. I'm always gonna love you. She says the same thing. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna love you as well until my heart stops beating. My boy is so high on drugs, he just lets her get off of that comment. He's just like, okay. So she goes out, they're going, and she goes out with Edward, right? Let me make sure I have all that. Yeah. So they leave Jacob to heal. Everybody's all good. The end here, I don't know why I was pausing for a second. The end is with them in the meadow again, and he's just like, oh, you're gonna let Alice, you know, plan the whole wedding and do all the things. She's like, absolutely, 1,000%, because you already know this is for you in your old-fashioned ways. You want a wedding and everything like that, and I just want to be with you. So if this is what we gotta do to get all that done, that Jane has now seen us, so she's definitely gonna tell Arrow about this. So I know that soon you're gonna have to do it no matter what. Soon, you know what I mean? We're already graduated, everything's good, like Charlie's allowing us to date again, so it's good, right? And so they're talking about the wedding plans and all that, and she's just like, you know, I've also been truthful with Jacob toward the end there, so I think I'm ready. All my, you know, loose ends are tied up. I'm ready. Put that ring on my finger. So he does it again, and it just ends with them holding each other in the meadow, and it's very beautiful, and the song plays, and it's just like, you already know the tea is hot for Breaking Dawn. So very excited, you guys. This is our fourth video, maybe the fourth video. We're done. Thank you so much for watching. The heat is coming back on, but honestly, especially if you're in Connecticut, definitely enjoy these 80-degree days while we have them. Hit the beach, stay hydrated. Me talking even though I had my coffee, but when I go inside I'll be getting that done, because I don't drink coffee past a certain time, you know what I mean? Kind of gives you cramps and stuff. So yeah, that was the end. It's always sad. I know I just go upstairs and rewatch all these movies and not be sad, but it's just like, I could talk about this all day, honestly. So I really appreciate you guys coming back to see it again. Shout out again to my sister. I forgot to say that in the beginning of the message like I usually do, but shout out to my sister Nia and her unwavering, motivating ways and all the very nice things that she says to me every time that I make a video like this, and she's the first to watch it with me and like give me beautiful feedback. So this was the end of the road, and then I'll see you guys for Breaking Dawn 2. I'll try to record it quicker so that I can put it out faster. I don't want it to be a week before I put anything out. So also, obviously we have Breaking Dawn 1 and Breaking Dawn 2, so those would be 2 new separate videos. After that, I would like to talk about some music. I would like to talk about like my top maybe 50. It's hard to do top 20, it really is. So I'm going to be realistic and say top 50 songs, and that might be a video I could break up into 2 as well, before we get into boys love. So buckle up your pussies and hide your kids, hide your wives, because there will be no filter on those videos. I know you're thinking, is there a filter on these ones? No, but what I'm talking about is real heavy sex related stuff. Wow. So I'll be getting real detailed about the chapters and all the characters, and I'll be showing what I can show. Yeah, it'll be that, because okay, just stick with me here, my friends. So anyways, keep yourself minded. But you got 2 more videos of just normalcy. Obviously Breaking Dawn does come with a sex scene, so yeah, not too much on me, I'm just reporting, okay? I'm just reviewing what has already been seen thousands if not millions of times before. So get ready for that. Enjoy your summer days. Summer's coming to a close. We got 1 more month, baby. So do what you want to do. Those of you who are parents, baby, do what you want to do before them kids have to go back to school, and it gets cold around here. So, but I'm excited. Leaves change, apple cider donuts come out. It's gonna be a good time. Okay, until next time. Adios, arrivederci, bye bye.